folks, once again, it's Amos, and once again, I am here to talk to you about a small yet powerful amp with a lot of personality, the Darkglass Microtubes 500 version 2. So each of the amps that Darkglass makes is inspired by one of their pedals, like the Alpha Omega series. But this little marvel has two iconic Darkglass pedals packed into it: the saturated tube fullness of the vintage Microtubes and the modern punch of the B3K. Let's look very closely at the knobs and buttons and so forth. The Microtubes 500 went through a lot of changes for its second version, and you'll notice that the front panel is now nearly identical to its fraternal twin, the Alpha Omega 500. Here's the drive section with controls for drive, level, tone, and blend. Over here is the clean section featuring a 6-band EQ divided into lows, highs, and a 4-band mid-control. This amp also features the excellent one-knob, one-indicator compressor just like the Alpha Omega 500, and it is lifted from the excellent hyperluminal pedal. The gain control on this amp is an active-passive switch. This turns your distortion on and off, this mutes your signal, this controls speaker volume. This small, unassuming switch right here is where the magic happens. This lets you toggle between the modern aggressive punch of the B3K and the warmer, tube-colored vintage Microtubes. On the back, we have all the connecty bits with a speaker out, pedal board connections, a place to plug in your intelligent foot switch, headphone out, auxiliary in, direct out, and ground lift. This right here is the built-in cabinet simulator. The Microtubes 500 version 2 comes loaded with 3 impulse responses, so you can hear how this amp would sound if it was run through a bunch of solid speaker cabinets mic'd up by people who know what they're doing. Thanks to this USB connector and the included cable, you can connect your amp to the computer, fire up the Darkglass suite, and change any of these to the dozens of impulse responses available for free. I think this is really cool. You can also mess with the operation of the onboard compressor and choose whether it is active in any of the 3 modes available on this amp. Okay, now we know what the buttons do, let's listen to it. After each one of these clips, I will be showing you briefly exactly how I got the tone I used. So even though this amp's design and operation are state of the art, I like that at its heart, it's kind of a throwback. When you kick this amp's distortion on, you have the option of either the first distortion pedal that Darkglass ever made, or a drive that is based on timeless vintage tube saturation. They aren't radically different sounds, but they respond very differently to changes in genre, changes in bass, changes in right-hand approach. I noticed the difference between the B3K and vintage Microtubes the most on this amp when I boosted the high side of the EQ. I also noticed it if I played with a lot of attack, like using heavy fingers or a pick. And the amount of control you have over your final product means that you can be as fussy as you like, but still get to good and useful tones really quickly. And that's about all I have to say about the Microtubes 500 version 2. If there's more you want to know about this amp, let us know down here in the comments and we might do another video about it. You can just buy one. Thank you for watching. I've been Amos. You've been amazing. Bye.